Hαίρετε φίλοι, it's Octo, and here are the 10 esoteric ancient Greek idioms and phrases that you need to know. Number 1. Λόγῳ men, ἔργῳ deu. In words, indeed, not so much. In Athens, there was a widespread criticism of people who spoke well but failed to act. The common phrase to express this was something like λόγῳ men Andreas, ἔργῳ deuden. Brave or manly in speech, but nothing in deed. This idiom or pattern appears in many forms. Λόγω, ἔργω, in word, indeed, used to contrast someone's public image with their actual behavior. It reflects a core anxiety of democratic Athens, that rhetoric can conceal weakness, and that clever speech doesn't always imply strength or virtue. In Thucydides, this contrast emerges in political speeches. In Plato, it fuels his criticism of sophistry. Aristophanes mocks the type repeatedly, those who thunder in the assembly but do nothing useful when real action is needed. This structure became a cultural shorthand for hypocrisy, or superficial virtue. And for anyone reading Greek prose or comedy, it's a pattern worth memorizing. Number 2. Hoi men, hoi de. Some others. This is not a full idiom, but a structural phrase critical to reading and understanding ancient Greek prose. Hoi men epigon, hoi de emenon. Some fled, others stayed. It organizes contrasting ideas and is extremely common in Herodotus, Thucydides, and Xenophon. Recognizing it makes parsing complex passages much easier. Number 3. Oŭδեն diαφέρει. It makes no difference, or it is the same thing. In Plato's Crito, Socrates asserts, ta gar pou kakos poiein, anthropous tu adikein oŭδεν diαφέρει. For doing wrong to people is no different from wrongdoing. Here, oŭδεν diαφέρει emphasizes that two kinds of harmful action are morally equivalent. There is no difference at all. This phrase recurs in philosophical, rhetorical, and legal discourse to express equivalence or moral indifference. Number 4. Hos eoike. As it seems, apparently. Plato uses this phrase in Laws. Namoi de hos eoiken, hoi men ton, kreston anthropon, heneka gignontai. Laws, so it seems, are made because of useful men. Well, not always, Plato. Here, hos eoiken softens the assertion. It indicates that something is said according to reason or probability, not as an absolute fact. The phrase appears in philosophical and rhetorical contexts to introduce qualified statements or inferences. Hos epi ta pollu, for the most part. This idiom is used to introduce generalizations or broad tendencies. For example, take this phrase, hos epi ta pollu, he arete en toi mesoi, estin. For the most part, virtue is the middle. This phrase is especially useful in summaries, philosophical analysis, or rhetoric to express what typically or usually happens without claiming absolute certainty. Number 6. En toi paronti, at the present moment. Literally, in the thing present. This phrase means for now or temporarily. It distinguishes between a present condition and a future possibility. En toi paronti acre, for now it is sufficient. Number 7. Hoiante esti, ha hoiaste, he hoiate. It is possible, he or she is able. Hoiante is a fixed idiom meaning possible. In personal form, ha hoiaste, he is able, he hoiate, she is able. Ugar tis po, toi hoion te makestai. For no one yet is able to find you. This is essential for understanding epic and philosophical Greek. Number 8. Jesus Christos, tou huios soter. Jesus Christ, God's Son, Savior. This phrase functions as both a creed and a cryptic symbol in early Christian communities because being openly Christian was not always very safe. This is in stark contrast to the majority of history where Christians are harassing everyone else. Iota Jesus, ki Christos, theta theu, upsilon huios, and sigma soter. It translates, Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. So now you know why people have Fish Jesus bumper stickers. Congratulations. Number 9. Ṟοδοδάκτυλος eos, rosy-fingered dawn. A Homeric formula used dozens of times in the Iliad and Odyssey, always marking the coming of day. Hemos gergenaya pane, ṟοδοδάκτυλος eos. Iliad 1.477. When early-born rosy-fingered dawn appeared, It's both poetic and functional, signaling time, mood, and beauty in the epic style, a quintessential example of fixed idiomatic language in oral tradition. Number 10. Ti douskalan, ta aotan gnonai. What is difficult? To know oneself. A famous maxim attributed to various philosophers inscribed at Delphi, gnati sauton, know yourself. This expanded form appears in Thales' Testimonia, ti douskalan, ta aotan gnonai. What is difficult? To know oneself. This reflects the Greek concern with self-knowledge, restraint, and philosophical inquiry. Well, I'm Octo, and that was the 10 esoteric ancient Greek idioms and phrases that you need to know. Remember, be positive and be yourselves. Hαίρετε, φίλοι.